This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Hey, Betsy.
Yo, what up?
What up, B? Oh, no.
That was really good beatboxing. Is that what that was? Beatboxing?
I think
really good.
truly embarrassed.
Why, Marcy?
Because I'm a dog.
A dog.
I'm a dog.
I'm a dog.
How are you?
Pretty good. I'm a dork. It's fine.
You're pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool dork.
Pretty cool dork, dude.
So we got a really cool email.
Great.
It's entitled "Not a Ghost Story,"
Okay.
but I wanted to read it because I had some things to say about it.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So, hello, Betsy and Marcy.
Hello.
I just started listening to your podcast, and I'm enjoying it. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
In your last episode, you talked about sleep paralysis. I'm familiar with the phenomenon of the old hag, where people experience the symptoms of sleep paralysis with the feeling that someone or something is holding them down.
Yeah.
It's often described as an old woman, hence the term. The phenomenon is found all over the world and is one of the most extreme cases. And one of the most extreme cases is found in the U.S. So I thought I might share with you about SUNDS and the SUNDS and the Hmong people.
Whoa.
I don't know how I pronounce that, but it's HMONG. After the Vietnam War, over 100,000 of the Hmong immigrated to the U.S. Around 1977, an epidemic hit the Hmong, the most male, young, and healthy.
Keep going. I feel I've heard something about this. Okay, keep going.
They would die silently in their sleep.
I think Nightmare on Elm Street was like,
Based on this?
yeah, they saw the story. Okay, sorry, keep going. Fuck.
No known cause was discovered. Doctors label it SUNDS, sudden unexplained nocturnal death syndrome. Oh, that's what SUNDS is.
Oh, okay.
Doctors now believe it is a genetic disease that causes the signals between the brain and the heart to misfire, causing death. But it has been theorized that the sudden rise and disappearance of this epidemic of SUNDS in the group of people might be something else. The traditions of the Hmong people involve rituals to keep away Dab Song, pronounced Da Cho. Okay, well, that could have been helpful earlier. Da Cho, instead of Dab Song. So upon arriving in America, a lot of those traditions stopped, effectively stopping the protections they received from those rituals in their native lands.
Whoa.
Of the Da Cho, the rituals, one of the Da Cho rituals protected against was Ja Cho Chow, a nocturnal spirit that would sit upon a sleeper's chest and suffocate them. It's experienced like sleep paralysis or a hagging event. In surveys, it has been found that 50 to 60% of Americans' young community has experienced this phenomenon, and that those that converted to Christianity, it is 72%.
Whoa.
The good news is after 1981, the SUNDS has steadily declined. I learned of these events in the book Monsters, An Investigator's Guide to Magical Beings by Michael Greer.
Oh, that sounds good.
I thought you might get a yuck out of you and be of interest to fellow listeners. Not in the least bit scared. Shanda Unger from Texas.
Whoa.
That was really cool.
That's interesting.
Well, I think what's really interesting about it, so I was doing a little research about sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is in the research I've done, I think a lot of people believe the numbers are higher, but maybe in that culture it is higher. some people have estimated 65% of people experience it, but I think it's much lower than that,
Okay.
actually. So sleep paralysis is basically that when you're asleep between your REM modes, either waking up or falling asleep is
Yeah.
when this happens the most. That the part of your body is paralyzed
Yeah.
so that you don't hurt yourself during dreams by walking away. So like the same thing that causes sleepwalking causes sleep paralysis.
Okay.
It's basically just your body getting the signals wrong. And so in this case of sleepwalking, instead of it being paralyzed, you are not paralyzed and you move throughout your dreams. So you get up out of bed and you move. Whereas with sleep paralysis, your mind is awake and your body's still asleep.
Yes. Okay.
And a lot of the
Whoa.
things that are experienced during sleep paralysis can be half in a dream state. So they're hallucinations.
Yeah.
And a lot of the hallucinations are of a being on the chest or this hag in the room.
Oh.
It's really weird because this is not a new phenomenon. Like
Yeah.
we're hearing about it and we're seeing studies of it in our century or the last century. But this has been this dates back to the 10th century. Persians in ancient Persia in the 10th century, they had
Whoa.
it was written about. And in the 16th century, a Dutch scientist actually witnessed sleep paralysis happen in one of his patients.
Whoa.
In which, but it was a 50-year-old patient, this woman, and they thought she was victim of demonic possession. And it wasn't until the 19th century that they realized this is a normal,
just a normal sleep
biological thing that happens, physiological thing that happens in your body. But what's interesting, conflicting with this email that we got was that I've heard that no known deaths have come from sleep paralysis.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe in this certain tribe there is, or a certain group of people that these rituals were keeping them safe.
Yeah.
So I've heard there's been no known deaths, but some people say
Oh, God.
and
it might not be sleeper. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so, oof. Yeah, because there was something about, I read about, Nightmare on Elm Street, where there was like a case of this, it feels like, where people were dying in their sleep.
I never heard that about.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Oof.
But I also found some other stuff. So there's this, I'm going to look up the, I cannot remember. So Henri Fuseli, a French painter, painted a portrait called The Nightmare. And it's a woman laying on her back, and on her chest sits a demon or a demonic force. And that's like the first known like art of sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
What are some other interesting things I found out? So no one knows. So it happens more often in men than women. It usually occurs between the ages of like adolescence and mid 40s. So 16 to 43 is like the time.
Yeah.
People experience it more likely to experience it if they are sleep deprived, experiencing anxiety, depression. You're 5 times more likely to experience it if you're on any anti-anxiety medication.
Oh God, which is just gonna fuel your anxiety.
Yeah.
Shit.
But so basically, like you can avoid it by getting sleep and taking care of yourself mentally and like meditating and stuff. And then what was the other thing? It happens mostly on people's backs.
When you fall asleep on your back?
Yeah.
I've had it, but never ever the case where there's like a shadow person or somebody on my. I've felt the thing on my chest, but it's always taking place in a dream. Where I can't move, but then it's a dream like where I'm getting like mugged or something.
Yeah, that's a common thing that like it's when people. So it's basically your mind's more asleep than awake. Than when it's happened to you.
Yeah.
But for some people, their mind's more awake than asleep.
Ugh.
And in those cases, they'll think they hear talking in their room.
Oh yeah.
And it's really common to see the old woman though. That the old hag is like a very it has been so for centuries.
Yeah, that's crazy that's just our minds.
But that is really crazy. I hope I was saying the young. It's HMOED. NG.
I don't.
But thank you for the pronunciation of the other words that I would have
Really
fucked
just
up.
wrecked them.
Oh, Shanda, that was
really interesting.
This was an awesome email.
That's so good.
If you guys know more than me or Betsy,
Which I promise you do know more than me.
Promise.
For sure.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm a big old dum-dum.
Please send us an email at
Yeah.
funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. You can check it out. The email in the show notes, but funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. And what else should they do, B?
Oh my God. Rate, review, subscribe, listen, tell your friends.
Please.
Do it all.
It helps us.
It helps us so much.
That was great. Thanks,
That was
Shanda.
really good. Oh, yeah.
We are so excited to welcome this guest. Oh, boy. You've seen her in literally everything you've ever watched.
Absolutely everything you've ever watched.
But if you
in
want
your
a
life.
specific, it's you can say Veep,
Veep,
American Horror Story, just a billion other things. Clea Duvall, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I bullied my way onto
No,
your
you didn't
podcast.
at all. I'm so glad that we
were so excited.
That's nice to hear.
Thank you so much.
I don't know how podcasts work. Like how, like on this one, I was like, well, I've met Betsy before.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why she's not banging down my door to tell my ghost story.
She doesn't
and
bang.
Then you don't know.
I'm a door banger in that, like, I ask everyone I know, do you have, like, what do you believe in ghosts? Like, whatever. That's my opener.
Yeah.
Betsy has better social skills than
I feel
me.
my opener is like, okay, you have one last meal, an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. What's it gonna be?
Chalupas.
Chalupas for all three of them, baby. We're so excited.
I'm so excited.
Thank you for bullying us.
Of course.
And
This was the best bullying scenario.
So we always start by asking, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
Well, I believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
Completely.
Good place to start.
I believe in that some people have like medium psychic ability, mediums, not medium in
Mild psychic.
Yeah, mild psychic.
There's a medium amount
No, I
of
believe in like
psychic.
mediums and some psychics. I think most of them do not have the ability, but I do believe that some people do.
Yeah.
I believe in aliens.
Yes. Good.
I haven't seen them, but I just think like odds. Like I'm a real odds person, and the odds that there are aliens, I think, are great.
They have to be.
They have to be.
They have to be.
I mean, Betsy,
if we're here, there's got to be others.
I think it would be like very self-important to believe that we're the only things out there.
Yeah. Well, also they just released that video of the alien spacecraft.
Wait, what?
Did you not see that?
What?
I
us
watched
about this.
the Tesla go into space.
Oh, did you see it when it happened?
No, like after.
Just right.
I
like,
saw the aftermath of it. It looked insane, and I was like, "Oh, I guess this is it. We're just getting invaded, and it's all done. Thank God."
What video was released?
Oh my,
with
yeah.
aliens.
It was something from the Air Force, I think, that they released it. I think it was in like December. I saw it on CNN.com. But it's like the videos of some like Air Force guys. They're flying next to something and they're talking about it. And I think there's maybe more than one thing. I only watched it one time in December, so I
gotta look that up. I should be just as interested in space stuff, but I'm not. I don't know why. I'm a homebody. I think about ghosts at home.
Yeah.
But I really got to look into that. Also, I was listening to another podcast and they talked about like, the government, when they release information, they don't just like release it. It's usually a strategy.
For something.
It's just, like either one, like they want you to not pay attention to something else.
Oh, God.
Or two, there's a lot more information that's about to roll out and they're just going to
They're
easing
warming
you into
us
it.
up for it. Oh, fuck.
But it could even just be that they want to hide a budget from us,
Yeah. Or just that they're trying to distract us from our reality right now.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, the fact that they released that and no one even cared or talked about it.
Yeah.
That it's basically like evidence of aliens that our government is showing to us. And we're like, yeah, the entire world is falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
You know,
to
like we're all
roll
getting
out
murdered.
some bodies from Roswell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Show us
my
those bodies.
Yeah. I don't know if that story,
No.
I don't know, because I think the Little Green Men that to me seems far fetched.
Yeah, that there's underground bunker in the desert where there's these gray aliens that are the size of 8-year-old children. Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Arrival version of Aliens.
I
to me.
loved
I
that.
movie so much.
It was so good.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and I was like, oh, if they came to this America, they would be murdered and stuff.
Yeah, just immediately.
I mean, we just need a really level-headed linguist.
We need it, Amy.
Yeah.
Amy.
Amy Adams is always the solution, I think.
Amy, we need you.
To absolutely everything.
She's
Amy Adams for president.
I think she's great. People are like, Meryl Streep. I'm like, Amy Adams.
She's awesome.
She's really great.
She's so, and I think so. The fact that she was not, I mean, I've talked about this a lot, but I can't believe she wasn't nominated for that movie. It was the most beautiful performance.
Yeah. I feel like that movie did not get the attention that it needed because it was, maybe because it's a little slow in the alien, realm of movies. Mm-hmm. But it was.
I had a lot of friends who expected it to be a
shoot 'em up
Independence Day and were furious.
It's
and
not
I had no.
But it's not a cowboy movie, and that's what all those other movies are. They're cowboy movies, right?
Yeah.
They're just westerns, but set in. I mean, that's Star Wars, but also all the other ones are they're just cowboys.
Yeah.
And it was more of no, this is a thoughtful what would it be if they came here? If they had the ability to come here, they wouldn't be trying to kill us. They would just kill us.
Yeah.
They would just do, I don't know.
Yeah.
They just take all of our land.
God, aliens are so scary, but out there. They're out there.
They're out
there.
There. Do you know what else is out there for us people who live in Los Angeles? There's a new mountain lion in Los Angeles.
Another one?
Oh,
Yeah,
I saw you post about that.
A friend sent an email to my roommate's friend sent an email that a neighbor of hers encountered a mountain lion that was not with no tracker in Los Feliz, on a trail.
Where did it come from, I wonder?
That's probably all the fires.
Maybe just visiting.
All those fires.
Yeah, visiting LA.
There was a bunch of fires.
For pilot season.
He's probably
just hoping to get something this year.
Taking a long walk because it just needed to clear its head.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel that's
went through a breakup, couldn't stay on that other mountain anymore.
Too many people said happy pilot season to it that day. I don't feel like it's happy.
That is, ooh.
That's wild. That's so scary.
But also, that makes me so excited.
Yeah.
P-22 is my number one. That's my baby.
That's your baby.
I love P-22, that mountain lion. If you don't know him, go look him up. I talk about him constantly. I talk about ghosts and P-22 all the time.
That's your second question.
That's the one
of
that
the party.
hangs out around the zoo, right?
Yeah.
It's killed some animals at the zoo.
Well, he ate a koala.
Yeah.
He ate a koala.
They're so delicious.
He took a picture in front of the Hollywood sign.
Oh, yeah. P-22's having a blast.
He's a bad boy.
He is. They're so
bad
beautiful,
boys.
too.
Oh,
he's
They're
really
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm a real cat person, so.
Oh, Betsy's not. I am. I'm
I
obsessed with
dogs
cats.
for me.
I like dogs, too.
Yeah, I don't dislike dogs,
Yeah.
but I'm obsessed with my cats.
Oh, how many cats do you have? This is about to change. What kind of podcast?
Yeah, this is gonna be.
I always call my beau my lover son because it's I'm his mommy, but also there's some tension between us.
Yes,
there's a push and a pull.
We don't quite have that. My boy cat and I don't quite have that kind of tension, but I am just obsessed with him. It's really. I think my partner is also obsessed with him, but I think there are times where she's just like, what do you do? You have a problem. Because I do talk to him all the time. I talk about him all the time. If he sits on me and I have plans to get up, then I won't get up.
We have the disease.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Yeah,
He's so comfy.
It's the disease we have. From cleaning their poop. We got their disease.
You got that disease,
Yeah.
man.
I love it, though. It's like Stockholm syndrome where you're like, but no, he's great.
Yeah.
I have scars all over my arms from him.
Oh, no, he's not a scratch. I have because I know how to deal with him, and he doesn't.
You gotta teach me.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you.
You're always
maybe
bleeding.
it's your tension though, and maybe that's what. If we
it's
had
that
more
push
of
and
that.
But you like it like Phantom Thread. Has anybody seen that?
Not yet.
I haven't seen
I need
it yet.
to.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah. Or also, when Big Little Lies was popular, we called him my Perry.
Oh, yes.
I was like, I know he's bad for me, but
I
the
gotta
pressure.
have him, man. I'll get us back on track.
Okay. What do you
have
mean?
You
I thought
been
this was
to a psychic or a medium or in any of that?
I've been to I have been to the first time I ever went to a psychic. I was actually auditioning for something where I was playing a tarot card reader, and I had never been to it. I didn't know, and I had to do it as part of the audition. So I was like, so I went to this tarot card reader psychic lady, and I was just to really see how she was doing the cards. Yeah. And I was there, and she started talking to me, and she was like, "What brings you here today?" And I was like, "Well, to be honest with you, like I have this audition." And she was like, "Oh, yes, that's what I see." And I was like, "Okay, here we go."
She
was like, that. You'll either get this part or you won't. And if you don't get this part, you'll get another part in the future. And I was like, I gotta go.
I could tell you all of that.
But also, like, I feel like that's not what tarot is. It's
not at all.
Like, that person was just trying too hard.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like when I'm doing tarot, it's just like, well, let's see what resonates with you in these cards.
Yeah.
Because last night we pulled, and it was crazy how, like, accurate everything was it was 4 of us. We each did it. And we had just been talking about, like, all these, like, things that were going on with us. And then, like, the cards were like, this, yes, this, oh my God.
Whoa.
So we kept being like, every time we pulled.
Well, I believe that energetically there are things that you tap into. And, like, I have a friend who is a medium, and it's something that she sort of got into or started honing that craft like since I've known her. And she was actually my friend's sister, and I didn't know her super well, but I've talked to her a few times, and there were 2 very spooky things that happened while I was talking to her. And the first thing was, the first time I went to her, I was like very into this one girl. I had a huge crush on this girl. And I think that was like part of why I even wanted to go. And we were having this conversation. She was like doing the reading for me, and I was just sort of like, yeah. Like, when are you going to talk about the thing that I want you to talk about? But I wasn't going to say anything about it. Oh. And I was just like thinking the name and thinking about this girl, and she started telling me about like my guides. Like she says that everyone has guides on the other side, and she was like, and your guide wants me to tell you something. She wants me to tell you, and then she said the person's name.
No.
And I was like, what? Why? No, and
stop.
she was like, she said that you'll know what that means.
Oh my God. But what does it mean if they just didn't know their name?
I don't know. And she was like, that's what you can call her. Like, call her that. But that's the name that she wants. And that really freaked me out.
Oh, fuck. Whoa.
So that was one thing. And I didn't know her super well. Like, she didn't know a lot of details about my life. And, my mom passed away when I was 27. And I never mentioned it to her because I was like, if this is a real thing, I'm not going to bring it up. Like, I think there was a part of me that like wanted to believe, but that was still always very skeptical.
Of course, yeah.
So I never wanted to give her any ammunition.
Yeah.
So I had talked to her maybe like 2 or 3 times, and we had this like reading, and then at the end of it we started getting off the phone, and then she was like, wait a minute. And I was like, what? And she said, she was like, your mom died. And I was like, yes, she did. And she said, well, she's here. And she started giving me these messages from my mom that were like very specific, and
my God.
Apologizing for things that was, and it and of course I started crying.
Oh my God.
And she was like, and she, right after my mom died, like within the first couple of days, I was in my house and I was folding my laundry, and I just got this like overwhelming sense of her, like she was in the room with me, and it was so intense. And then it sort of passed after a couple of minutes. And then when I was on the call with her, Erica is her name, the medium's name, and she said, she was like, she can be with you whenever you want, whenever you need her, she can be there. Like that day in your bedroom when you were folding the laundry, she was there.
Oh, wow.
She was with you, and you felt her, didn't you? And I was like, yes, I felt her. She was like, yes, you did.
Oh my God.
You were right. That was her, and she was with you.
Oh.
And I really lost it.
Oh my, yeah.
So, yeah. So I do, but
Whoa.
because of those things, it's not
Yeah.
like I just like believe it because I'm desperate
Yeah.
for someone to tell me that everything is going to
where
be okay.
everything you translate, you're like, oh yeah, that means this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because I've had people be totally off and say things like, I sat down with a woman and one of my friends had a birthday party and she had a psychic at her birthday party and she was like, oh, so it looks like you're going to have a new man in your life. And I was like, I've been with a woman for 5 years.
Yes.
So, that kind of
Is
thing.
that the birthday party? I think I was at that birthday party.
Oh, were you in the back house?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I had like signed up and then I was like, I don't want to do this. I had like this bad feeling about that person.
She was fine.
She was
But it
fine.
was funny because at a party with so many lesbians,
So many.
and I would
That's-
say 90% of them, she'd be like, so a new man. And they'd be like, nope. And then about halfway through the party, she started to adjust. But I was
That
like,
is so funny.
it was
Yeah,
very
I
funny.
remember being like, I was like, I don't want to do this. And then I had a panic attack and just left.
Oh yeah, good call.
You know, it was right before I started my antidepressants too. So like, it was like a weird time for me. And I was
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah,
need
yeah.
you, lady.
Yeah.
But I remember being there and being like, I didn't have a great feeling about it.
It was fun. Like it's so
Yes.
fun. And in and
Yes.
if somebody says something that you want to hear, it sounds nice.
Yeah.
You know,
But
you're
if
just
they
like,
say,
cool, yeah.
but if
I
you're
am.
already fragile, which,
yeah, that's true.
let's say 45% of that party was very fragile, being generous, then you don't want to like go while you're like not feeling your best.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's when you're most likely to go to a psychic.
Oh yeah,
is when
I
you're-
only go when everything
Yeah,
is
when
terrible.
things are bad.
Oh, yeah.
Or like when you're like feeling like, well, I need direction, and
I
then
gotta go to one. I've never been to one.
oh, you should go.
It's
to
fun.
one.
You should talk to Erica. She's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really wonderful.
Oh, I'm gonna tell her nothing.
Yeah, you like to be like figure it out.
Figure out why I'm here. What's my name? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be
Wearing
good.
a shirt that says Betsy Sidaro.
Oh, shoot.
My Betsy shirt.
I am
forgot.
Betsy Sidaro.
Oh man, that's crazy. Also, have you ever heard that like I've had some friends that have been to mediums, and the mediums, or I've known mediums, and they've said things like, if you could just like tell your family members that you want to come through ahead of time, because sometimes they're not coming, like the people that you want aren't coming in because like I'm picking up on who's in line,
yeah.
and they don't know that you want them to come talk to me.
They're
And,
off
like,
having a blast.
or like they just need to like a heads up. Like if you can just give them a little heads up to come talk to me.
Oh.
I've heard that before. Because like that's why it's like sometimes it's like not till the end that someone's like, oh, and it's like almost like an afterthought.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know, like it was like a radio signal that they didn't know was turned on.
Right.
Until they're like, oh shit.
Whoa.
So I've heard that, like, just give a little heads up, be like, if you want to say something, on Tuesday at 3:30, I have a meeting with Erica.
Yeah.
Just give them make an appointment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
That's
how
really
they are with their
interesting.
scheduling on the other side, though.
They're so disorganized.
Oh
It's
my
like-
god! Because like at times, like a blink of
And
an
then
eye.
that,
Together.
like, who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah. What else do you have to do?
Nothing.
But
Be organized.
but also everything.
Yeah.
They can do everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
I was just listening to like Maya Angelou talk about what happens after you die, and she's like, I think I go back to everything.
Whoa.
She's like, and Oprah's like, where did you come from? She's like, everything. I'm everything. And I was like, Maya.
Oh
Then I had
my.
nightmares. I listen to ghost stories every night before I go to bed. Every damn night.
Yeah.
And I listened to Oprah and Maya Angelou talk beautifully to one
Yeah.
another. And then I had
very
fucking
soothing.
nightmares all night. And I never have nightmares. I can't take good stuff, guys.
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh.
Whew.
Do you have other experiences too?
well, yeah, I
Can
have.
we take a quick break then?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta take a quick break.
All right, and we're
Okay.
back.
yeah.
So,
I
us-
have. Well, okay. I have a variety of ghost encounters, and
Awesome.
I'll do like kind of the more abbreviated, most intense encounters.
Oh shit. Okay.
So when I was a kid, when I was probably like 8 or 9, I was best friends with these two boys that I grew up with. I had known them my whole life, and their moms, they were each single moms, and so they all rented a house together. These two boys shared a room, and I was staying over at their house one night, and they both slept in their mom's rooms that night. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I looked in the doorway and there was just a white figure of a man standing in the doorway.
Oh, gross.
And it was just watching me and I was watching it and I finally like couldn't take it anymore and just like covered my head and I didn't look again until I think I just like fell back asleep eventually. Until the next morning, and I went and I told my friends what I had seen, and they were like, "Oh, go tell our moms what happened." And so I went into the kitchen and I told their moms what I saw, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's like Fred or whatever. He's, we've seen him too. Like we see him all the time. He's a ghost that lives in this house."
Holy shit!
Oh my God!
So
did you freak out as like a little kid, or was it kind of like, "Oh, okay"?
I felt so scared, and I had so much like I was the kid where I would wake up in the middle of the night and be like terrified.
Yep.
And if I had to go to the bathroom, I would just, I would put me into like a nervous breakdown feeling. So there was the part of me that was like, this is crazy. Like, how can this be a real thing? But then having the grown-ups they also saw him, it made me realize that it was real.
Yeah.
Did their validation from grown-ups make you feel more scared or less scared about it? Or do you remember?
I didn't feel like, it's funny because like when I think about, memory is so weird because you're not really remembering that you're remembering the last time you remembered it. But like the story now doesn't feel scary. There isn't fear around it. I think it was like more, I don't know. Like, I think that I did feel scared in the moment. There was also the part of me that was like, is this real?
Yeah.
So then the validation of it just made me feel like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah.
That kind of is how I feel now at 40.
I feel like whenever there's like little kids and like a ghost, like it's like, who's this new kid? Who's this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
what happened to my other kids?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I'm never having kids.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason. Yeah. I really want them except for ghosts.
Just too worried about ghosts.
Just too worried about ghosts.
Sorry, honey.
Yeah.
Those stories are so spooky. The kids who like are just talking to someone, they're like, "Oh, my friend, John was just here."
Oh.
It is so spooky.
That is
before they know what ghosts are, and they just think they're people, and they just accept whatever reality.
My best friend's kids, like when they were, they're pretty little still. They're like 4 and 2, and they would talk about them. Like one of them would talk about the man in the room that would hang outside the window.
That is so fucked up.
And it's like and also like she had like a rug on top of, and she was like living abroad, and she had like a rug on top of the carpet in the house because it was like someone else's house, but they had their furniture there.
Yes.
But it wasn't permanent, so she had like a rug in his room on top of the carpet, which is pretty hard to like move around because of friction. And every morning she would go into his room and the carpet would be blocking the door.
No,
like it had been moved.
No,
and she was just like, I know he can't do it. He's in a crib. Like
that
he's a
is
baby.
So fucked up.
That is.
And then when he got a little older and moved back to the States, he talked about in what was their old house, now his new house. He would talk about like a thing that looked like Batman in the house. And I was like, although he could just really like Batman. But I was also like, what is that? Like I maybe think it was like a big dark creature.
Yeah.
Like, a demon.
It's a demon.
Oh God. Yeah, no kids for me.
No kids.
That's the only reason
why. I do like that when little kids will just tell you what they think about the things. Like when they're like, what? Like, just like, what do they think it is? Like, I don't know. I like, that's my favorite conversation to have with my nephew is like, what do you think ghost? Because he's very into me telling him ghost stories, and then immediately following it up with a funny story now, please. Before he goes to bed. So I'm like, let's talk about it. Tell me what you think they are. And then I tried to explain that like that maybe this is all multiverses. Maybe it was a little complicated for an 8-year-old.
Yeah. My nieces who are 2 and 5. Right at Thanksgiving I was there, and they were like, "So who's Jesus Christ?" And I was like, "Oh." I'm not even getting started. I was like, go ask your mom. What are some other stories?
Okay. I was making a movie in Pennsylvania, sort of like in farm country in Pennsylvania. And I found out before I got there that I was going to be sharing a house with this farmhouse with 3 other actors.
Okay.
And my
this
immediate
is
thought,
to a horror movie,
it really is. My immediate thought was like, oh, it's going to be haunted. But I sort of do what you do, where I'm just like, no, I'm not open. I'm not available. I'm not. You say in your world, I'll stay in mine. Good for you. I'm so happy for you that you have these abilities, but please don't use them on me.
Yes.
And I feel very sensitive to, I mean, I couldn't be more from LA. I feel very sensitive to energy. So when I, when I get to a place and I sense that, I put my walls up. So I, and at the time I was dating this girl who was like, when I said farmhouse, she was like, oh, it's going to be haunted. And I was like, can we please not? I don't want to talk about it. So you can have your own things, and if you want to talk to somebody else about it, that's fine with me. But I actually have to live
I have to go live there. Yeah.
So I got there, and I drove up to the house, and it looks like a horror movie set. It's, it's, everything is kind of overgrown, and like no one's lived there in a while.
Oh, no.
And you, but I got there, and I was like, this is fine. This is fine. And I walked into the kitchen, and I was like, this room feels okay.
Yeah.
And then off the kitchen was the dining room that led into the living room. And the deeper you went into the house, the weirder it felt. And I was just like, nope, I'm not going to go in this room. I'm not going to go in this room. I'm going to stay in the kitchen.
Yes.
And then my room was like right upstairs and to the left. And then there was like a bathroom.
Okay.
And that was sort of like my world that I allowed myself to go in.
Yes.
Because I felt like this is safe. This is the safe zone. Everywhere else is none of my business.
Oh, God.
And there was like this, one of the actors was living in the basement downstairs.
Yeah.
And he asked me to come to his room. And I was like, okay, just be cool. And I went down there and there was this door that went sort of like into the ground, in this very weird door that was locked, and he like tried to open it, and I was like, nope, I'm going.
Those farmers did something fucked up.
Well, probably a root cellar, but also when they took the roots out, then they would fuck up things.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, it was locked from it. There was no lock on the outside. It was locked from the other side.
No.
So there was something very weird, and I just didn't like what it felt like. And I was like, I'm never going down there again. So I was very much to the house like, I'm not. You leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. I'm not getting into this. And it was okay. Like it was a little bit spooky, and I spent a lot of time like on the porch drinking wine. And
that's nice.
Smoking cigarettes. It was great back when I did those things. And then the girl who I was seeing came to visit me, and we were doing a night shoot, and she got in very late, and she came to visit me on set for a minute, and then she went back to the house, and she was like, I'm scared to go back to the house. And I was like, I really can't deal with your anxiety about it. It's fine.
I gotta say my lines.
Yeah. Like,
I can't do this right now.
I'm busy right now. Like, I just don't have time for this. And so she went back to the house, and she was texting me, and she was like, oh my God, this place is so scary. And like, I'm walking all around it, and I went up, and there's like a room in the attic, and it's locked, and this place, and I was like, stop, just stop going around the house, leave it alone.
Looking for trouble.
Yeah. She was like, I'm going to find a goat. And I was like, you need to just leave it alone.
Were you dating a ghost adventurer?
Kind of.
All right, ghost, come on out.
We hear you shove people. Shove me.
Yeah. She was a stoner. Is that kind of the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
So
we're an Ed Hardy.
I'm trying to remember. Maybe there was a Von Dutch at that time?
Oh, hell yeah,
possible.
Von Dutch.
Mm-hmm. But she was texting me, and I was like, please stop. Like, stop going around the house. Like, stop messing with the house. Just leave it alone and go to sleep. It's very late. And so then she texted me, and she was like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. And she said I was in bed, and I heard steps. I heard footsteps coming up the stairs, and then I saw like light under the door because the light was off inside the room, but the hallway light was on, and she saw footsteps going across the door, and then they stopped in front of the door, and she thought it was me or like someone that had come home, but we were all still there.
Go!
And then the door flew open.
No.
This is what she says. This is her side of the story.
Is she
I
dramatic?
was not there.
Yeah, we could tell she is. She already like
that is horrifying.
So she, like reverse gaslit you.
Yeah. So I didn't like, and I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't. And it just like all sounds really good and sounds like a horror movie, so you want to believe it. But I can't say this is not part of my. This is not part of my story. So then, and I was just like, well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Because it was stressing me out that she was like freaking out.
I have to act.
Yeah. And then I finally got home and she was asleep and we went to sleep and we woke up the next morning and we were like laying in bed and she was kind of like laying on my chest and I had my eyes closed and I felt she was like on me here, like on my right shoulder. Mm-hmm. And then I felt in my ear and heard a voice whisper more, just like more.
What?
And I immediately like tensed up. And then she tensed up and she was like, oh my God, did you hear that?
Oh,
and I was like, what did you hear? And she was like, I just heard a voice whisper more.
More.
And it was like on the other side of my head. Like she was not, and I felt the breath. And I was like,
Ew.
I don't know. Like it was probably nothing like that. I immediately started trying to like push it away.
Oh.
But then the room started getting really, really hot.
Oh no.
And I had been there for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And like it was the summertime and it was hot outside.
Yeah.
But it was fine in the room. But the room started getting so hot, like 100 degrees. Like it felt like a sauna. And I like felt up on the vent and the room and there was cold air blowing out. I called production and I was like, something's wrong with my room. Like it's really, really hot or the air conditioning's not working.
Holy shit.
The air conditioning guy came and he was like, there's nothing wrong with your air conditioner. There's cold air coming out of the vent. Like it should not be hot in here. But it was like you couldn't even be inside of the room. It was so hot. And then we went and stayed at this like bed and breakfast that was probably also haunted.
For sure.
Somewhere else while she was there because she was only there for like 3 or 4 days. And every time I had to go back to get something, it was like hot.
Oh
and
my
so
God.
So different and weird. And then as soon as she went home, the room temperature went back to normal.
It's because she was gaslighting the ghost.
Yeah, and it didn't like her. And because
my
I was very much like,
God.
I'm going to be respectful. I will leave you alone.
Yeah, you do your thing. Let me do
It
mine.
literally made it intolerable for her to stay. It was like, I'm going to heat this place up.
It was, but no other room in the house was hot. Like, it was very weird.
Oh, man.
That is horrifying.
It was very weird.
Also, one of my worst nightmares is that ghosts are peeking on me.
Oh,
when
I'm
like nude or whatever, like when I'm like
in
like
the
vulnerable
bathroom, just like taking a dump. Like, you don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Oh,
ooh, I also have to say real quick, there is a pipe with like a sheet over it,
which is new. It's
new, right? Because this whole time I keep being like, "Fuck." There's a person just fucking looking in the corner.
No, I clocked it when I walked in.
Oh,
too. It's
God.
a little creepy looking.
I've been getting a little scared.
Like
that's such a good story.
Oh my God.
Did any of the other actors have anything?
No, because I also wasn't talking to them
Okay.
about it because
Yes.
I didn't want to be
You didn't
like
wanna be
the
that
weirdo
person.
who's
Yeah.
like, do you guys think this place is haunted? Because I just didn't want to talk about it.
Yes.
That's how, like, even in our house that we live in now, I don't talk about. And there have been like a couple of weird things that happen, but I'm just like, no,
We don't need to.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
If you have a thing, you deal with it on your own. Do not talk about it out loud. Do not talk to me about it. It's not
Great.
happening because I
Yes.
don't want to like.
We don't need to open that up.
Well, because you just don't know, and like
Yeah.
I believe, like if you believe in like, you know, the good, you know, good friendly ghosts, then there are also like bad, like
Right.
there's bad energy too. Like everything
Yeah.
has its opposite. So
Yeah.
like the idea that there's bad energy that you could bring into your
That makes
life,
sense.
it's just like not an
God,
option.
my heart.
I'm like such a weird, like I'm
Oof.
like that woman in that like I need to go explore. I need to go look at everything. I want to go into all the rooms. I want to look. I want to like check it out. But then also like I will explain away.
Yeah.
I'm like skeptical at the same time that I'm like looking for stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's really spooky. You got more?
Sweet.
What
I
else?
have. What else do I
What
have?
else?
That is so scary.
I have one that is like a little more like it's not as like flashy as those two.
Let's make a movie. That's all. A horror movie about that farmhouse, man.
I know. I've thought about it a lot of like what it
talent
could be.
housing.
Yeah.
Talent housing. Yeah.
Production housing, whatever.
First team.
Yes.
Yeah, don't anyone else write that.
We've already written it.
It's copyrighted.
We already did
so
it.
This is legally
submit
binding.
it to the WGJ.
Double GJ. The old double GJ. Okay. What's
the less flashy one? Because sometimes those are actually. I always think my one story is less interesting, and then people say it's scarier than my other one.
Well, I don't know because it's the kind of thing where you could really explain it away. But my partner and I now, when we first met, we went and stayed at this house in Joshua Tree, and it was like when we we had only been together for like a few months, and so we were very like in the love haze, and had a great time and really liked it, and so we wanted to go back a couple years later. And, we had our wits about us a little bit more at that, on our second visit. And there was this kind of open floor plan, and there was like a bar in front of the kitchen.
Nice.
Or like a whatever. Yeah, that's a bar, right? Mm-hmm. And then stools.
Yeah.
And there were these two lights that were controlled by one switch right above the bar. And the first night we got there, I was sitting there and one of the lights went out. And I was like, okay, so the light went out.
Yeah.
No big deal. And then I think it was the next day, or was it that night? Maybe it was that night. Then the light came back on, and then the other light turned off.
Okay.
Oh, weird.
And then came back on. Ugh. And I was like noticing it, but was, whatever. I don't understand how electricity works. And so then the next day, it just kept happening in this weird, like one turning on, one turning off,
like a pattern,
and like both
almost.
of them on. Yeah, and it was weird enough for me to notice it and to think like that's strange. And then we were watching The Walking Dead,
Woo!
and great show. Shout out. Well, I haven't watched it lately, but that beginning was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
But we were watching that, and we had it hooked up. My computer hooked up to this speaker, and we were watching it streaming on whatever, like on the internet, and it was in reasonable volume, and we got up to make food, and we were out in the kitchen, and I noticed the like light thing was happening again, but like a little bit faster.
Oh shit.
That's when it gets creepy.
And then like with a little bit more of like a rhythm, and I was like, okay, this is
that's weird.
And then I started getting this really crazy feeling, just like energetically, I felt like something like coming around me, this very intense energy.
Fuck.
And then I heard from the bedroom all of a sudden music blasting like top volume, and it was so like jarring and loud and crazy, and like 100 times louder than what we had been listening to or what we had been doing. And I went into the room, and my iTunes was open, which is not what we weren't listening to music. We were not watching it on iTunes. The iTunes had opened to this. I wish I could remember what song it was.
Yeah.
It was like a very loud, crazy song.
And not like the first A song.
Yeah, not the first A song.
Ew.
It was like in, like deep into the iTunes. And I was like, and I turned it off because it was like so crazy loud. And then started realizing like, oh, I didn't leave. The other thing is closed.
Yeah.
This computer was like off, and then it came on and opened, and like it was just very weird feeling. And then I went back into the kitchen, and I just felt like overwhelmed by something. And I got so scared, but I didn't want to say anything to my partner because I didn't want her to feel scared. Like,
Yeah.
and I
That's
just like
very
went around.
nice of you.
You're one.
I would throw somebody into it so quickly. Be like, you feel this too, right? We're gonna fucking die.
Also, you're very cool. Like, I imagine that
That's very cool.
You're very like calm and like I don't want to say anything. Like, I'm like,
I'd be like, we have to go now.
No, I'd be like, let's talk to it. I'm a monster.
No, I'm very good in an emergency
Oh,
or like
that's
any
great.
sort of like troubling situation because I want to see how it plays out. So
Yeah.
she was like in the kitchen, she was cooking, and I went around and I closed all the windows, which is kind of illogical because you're like closing yourself in with the thing. But there was something about like the exposure that I was feeling like and Joshua Tree is so fucking weird and
It's weird, man.
I love it.
I love
cool,
it too.
but
It's so
it's
fun.
weird.
But
It's like
is.
it definitely feels
The
like something's
desert's
happening.
weird.
And then and then after maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, it just went away.
But so
I
this music was blaring the whole time, or
no,
just
I
the
turned
feeling?
the music
okay,
off.
so the feeling,
but
of
the
it.
feeling once I came back in, like it was just so. I just felt like suffocated by it in this way that was so strange. But I was just like, and I felt like mentally, I was just like pushing it away from me, and was just like not going to say anything to her, and not going to give into it, and not going to be scared of it, and just like pushed it away until it just like.
And then
stopped.
it was like, okay, fine. We'll go to the next cool house in the desert.
And then that was it. And then I didn't say. And then like the lights stopped doing the thing. And then everything was like nothing else like that happened the whole rest of the time we were there.
That's so.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
I would say like the skeptic part of me is like could be a surge, but also like
But for it to stop.
Yeah, I also very much believe that like ghosts can manipulate electronics.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
way,
big time.
Like pretty easily. So I'm like could be a surge, but also probably just like a thing being like let's see what I can do with these people.
It takes so long for my iTunes to open on my computer.
Mine too. And then it's like updates.
And then you do something.
They're
Yes.
just updates every time.
Yes, like it takes so long to do any goddamn thing in my iTunes.
I mean, we've talked shit on Steve Jobs before on this podcast.
Yeah. Have we?
Yeah, with Aubrey, I think. Oh yeah.
I mean, he's a good guy. I don't know.
We don't know.
don't know.
But the machines, where are they going? What are they doing?
They're going to take over.
Like
Maximum Overdrive. You guys see that movie?
No. Not a
It's
long time.
bonkers. It's the first and only movie that Stephen King directed. He wrote and directed it. The soundtrack is done by AC/DC.
Oh my God.
And Earth gets caught in the tail of a comet. And for 8 days, the machines take over and kill people.
Oh.
It's pretty bad, but it's pretty fun.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
Not everyone is good at everything, right?
He's a great writer.
He's a
Well,
great writer.
apparently, and
world
he's been
builder.
quoted of just I was doing so much cocaine while directing it, and it's very clear now. He's kind of embarrassed about it. He's like, I don't know if I could direct again. Maybe
I could have.
Stephen King on cocaine sounds kind of scary.
Yeah. So scary.
I feel like he would be in his head so much.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, scariest for
him,
Stephen King. Yeah.
Yeah. He apparently was on a coke binge, and then 2 days later woke up and the manuscript for Cujo was there, and he's like, I guess this is my next book.
Oh my!
Isn't that insane?
Should we all do cocaine?
Maybe
I think we should.
Well, we need to write this movie.
Yes.
Oh, let's do a bunch of cocaine and write this movie.
Write and shoot it.
Write and shoot it
And
on a
edit
weekend.
it. Yeah.
We can do it.
I'll learn how to edit. I'll do it. We got it.
We got to do a movie's an hour and a half long. We have 48 hours, guys.
That's
There's
so
no
easy.
reason.
People do this for film festivals in smaller cities all around the country.
Smaller cities,
constantly.
colleges.
Yes, the
I
48
think
hours.
Paranormal
we could do it.
Activity. Blair Witch.
Yeah.
I mean,
we can do it.
If we don't do it,
We're
we
dumb.
don't want to succeed.
Yeah,
I think
if-
that's what we're sort of saying.
Yeah, if we don't do this, then we don't care about us. We don't care about you.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything.
Oh, shit.
We're barely living a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
okay, guys.
What do you think? We could just do a weekend of cocaine and then another film where we're doing mushrooms and
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
and then there's one weekend where we just chill out.
Just one comment. I will be so... I don't... I'd probably die.
Which one? On which one? Coke or
The
mushrooms?
weekend of chilling out.
Chilling out, yeah.
I'd probably slip into a depression or something.
For sure.
Yeah, you got it. The serotonin levels. You just
Yeah,
really
you
gotta
gotta be
watch
careful with
You
those.
gotta be.
You gotta be careful with those.
I like get so excited about very boring events, and then for like 2 days, I'm like, oh.
Oh, same. The
Oh,
second
I'm so
something I'm
sad.
looking forward to ends, I'm
Yeah.
depressed.
Yeah.
I like when
All of January.
Oh, yeah.
Because from
it's
like
the worst.
October through January 1st, it's the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then January, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore.
You know what's funny? I
God.
can't look forward to things. Like when people be like, "Oh, you have a trip coming up. Are you excited?" I'm like, I can't think about it yet. I like have anxiety about thinking about it because I'm like, I have all the things to do before it happens. So I can't get excited about it because I just can't add more to my plate right now.
Oh,
I guess I
get
don't know
so
how to have
excited
fun.
about it. Yeah.
I guess I get, I don't know. Like I haven't the anticipation, but I don't know if it's like excitement. I don't know that I get excited very often. I do escape rooms. Actually,
cool.
Mary and my partner and I do a lot of escape rooms together.
That's
I
fun.
can't believe I've never been to one because I
They're
think I would
so
enjoy
fun.
it.
I only did one,
Or
and it was
Meltdown.
pretty fun.
I think
it's
I would
so
really
fun.
like
That's the
it.
only thing that I get excited about is
Oh,
when we're like
yeah.
on the way to do it or we're in it or we've just done it, and I feel it makes me feel really like.
So what
jacked
kind
up.
of like escape room player are you? Are you like, does that make sense? Like,
Yeah. I think I'm a very good communicator.
Great.
I'm a team player.
Great.
That's good.
There are certain things that I'm not good at, so
Yeah.
I'll just defer to the person who's good at it.
Yep.
I am not the person who takes things out of your hands.
Good.
That's
Like
nice.
I think that I'm a good person
That's
to do an
nice.
escape room.
Yeah.
I'll let you open. You know, like we found the
Great.
key. I will offer it to you first.
Oh, that's so nice.
yeah. I
nice.
think that I have good escape room etiquette.
Oh,
That's really good.
Yeah.
Did you ever? The closest thing I did because I haven't been to one. It was Delusion. That
Oh my god,
Oh,
I wanted
I
to do that. So Mary told me about that. I did not do it. I really
there's
want to
it's
do it.
supposed to be coming back and be like year round. Like apparently like 2 stories a year or something.
Oof, that
so
is fun.
it-
for
I
people
want to
who
do
don't
it.
know, Delusion.
Have you
is
done
like
it?
Yes.
This
I really want to
It's
do it.
basically like Sleep No More, but a haunted house, which is it's an interactive play that happens as you go through
It's
the haunted
the
house.
most fun.
So it has an interesting narrative, but you're also involved in it. So you're not
Yeah.
just watching
Like
it.
the Willows, kind of. Did you go to the Willows?
No.
Well, you keep going, and I'll see if
Well,
I'm right.
this is just it essentially that you have to go like find someone who's lost in this house, or like there's a mystery in this house, or someone's been taken by a spirit in this house, and it's you trying to you have to like find keys or
It's-
like
Oh,
Like-
that is so
and, like,
cool.
There was one time where I like got thrown on a throne and then Satan like came after me and like there's this one part where you're in a mental institution and you're in what's the word, the room where you sleep, I guess a bedroom with a bunch of beds,
uh-huh.
Oh, like
like
a door-
patient beds.
Oh yeah.
And you start to hear these footsteps
Ugh.
and they're like, oh no, he's coming. Everybody get under beds. So you're like hiding under beds and then he lifts them up.
Oh,
it was
my
so
God.
cool.
One that I did, we
Oh.
were all hiding under this really, really long
big table?
dining room table, like
Yeah.
like the kind like in a castle. And then you see this man, like a giant man. I assume an actor on stilts, but it's
No,
like
no, a
the
giant man.
basically, the Slender Man is like walking around the table, but he's so high up, and one of your friends is like trapped in the chair, like a dummy with strings.
Like at dinner.
And so, like, you have to get your friend, but also you're stuck under the table. And then he looks and sees you.
Oh.
So you have to, like, run up the stairs.
Yeah, and they're
I-
screaming. They're like, run
And
up
I
the stairs.
threw old women. I threw them. I grabbed whoever I could to put them behind me and the other person.
This sounds
It's-
so fun.
So
And
much
then,
fun.
One, I had to like crawl in this old lady's bed as she died and hold her hand, and she whispered a secret to me.
I think I had to lay in bed with an
Didn't
old
Drew
lady.
have to wash an old
Drew
lady?
had to wash.
Not an old lady.
No,
a naked
a
new
woman who like pulled her tits out and she was like, bathe me. And okay. And then there was a window and me and
I think I was in the
two
other
of
room
my
as this
friends,
was happening.
I think so.
Because I was in the room where the wall moved.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah, you
But
were-
so I was like watching one of my best friends on the other side of a window, bathe this woman.
So he's
until
trapped
she,
in the room alone, right? Like, and it's like a window that you can see through. So he's alone with her.
Yeah, she like chose him.
Yes.
But
you're watching through the window as Drew's washing
Drew's
her back.
bathing this woman who then, this is insane, he has to bathe her until she comes a kid.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry for the young person that's listening to this.
I was crying laughing. That was intense. That was the last one I went to.
On one side of a wall, like in a room, and then on the other side, we're all like this little boy who's like, it's a grown man dressed as a little boy, but like, and like he's like giggling in our faces, and like
it's
he
fun.
turns off the lights so we're in the dark with him, but we can feel him walking around us, and then he turns on a black light and we see these handprints on a wall, so we start pushing on them, and then we realize the small room is a giant room because we push, it's a fake wall, and we open it up, and then we see all these like clues and stuff.
It's fascinating.
I want to do it.
Yeah, it's really neat. And
It's really
like,
fun.
Want to do
the
it.
actors are so good because they're just so committed.
Yes,
Ah,
they're doing God's work.
They are.
Yeah.
It's
That
the
is
most
not
fun.
an easy thing to do.
It's not easy.
No.
Because you have to commit.
Yeah. And then we did one where Drew was kind of a jerk and got in trouble.
Oh.
I feel I was maybe in
We were a
Vancouver
little, we
for
were a
that
little
one.
drunk, maybe.
What was
Was
that?
that
A
last
different
It was like a
thing?
vampire theme one.
Oh, I was in Vancouver. I was
yeah.
bummed. I
And
couldn't make it.
Drew was like being silly at the beginning. Because, had a little drink. And then they really got mad at it. I also pushed Adam McCabe up a flight of stairs and he screamed like he was injured and that he didn't know who I was. And then before the thing even started. So I was like, well, I'm embarrassed. Great,
It's
we're causing a
really
scene.
fun.
That sounds
But
really
it's
Yeah,
super fun.
really
Because I don't
cool.
like real haunted houses because I feel like it's just a place for women to be sexually harassed. Like, because they're like always being like, oh, I'm gonna lick you.
What?
Really?
Like, I've never been.
What
That
haunted
does
house
not
are you
happen
going
to me.
to?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Shit.
feel like I'm always being sexually harassed.
wanna
at a
lick
haunt.
you.
not
They're-
me.
Like once
Me
they
neither.
like poked me in the belly. Like one guy stuck his finger in his mouth and poked me in the belly and made a fart noise, and I was like, well, that's upsetting.
What?
Then he poked my friend in the butt with his cane,
What?
and then
Where?
pulled her hair at one of the Bloom House haunted houses.
Oh, I've never been to one of those.
I didn't like it.
I think maybe I went to one that was like in a theater or something.
Yeah, like downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all that haunted house. I do all the Halloween
Me
stuff.
too.
I love it.
I really
So you've
like
never been to Creep or the Willows or
No.
anything? It's
Uh-uh.
so fun.
Okay,
It is
I
so
gotta
it's
do
similar
it.
to what you're talking about.
Okay.
Let's get
Um,
we'll
Oh
circle
my
up
God,
in
I'm
October.
in.
Yeah, Mary and I are going to one, the Willows, in a few weeks. And we did it. My
cool.
partner and I did it. They had it over the summer last year at this
So what is
big
the
house.
Willows?
I mean, it's kind of similar
Okay.
to Delusion. It sounds less. I mean, it's more narrative. It seems like it's more of like immersive
Okay.
theater than
Then like
your
haunted.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like for it to be more haunted, but it's like they're this family and they can like take you into their room. You know, like they'll take one person into the room and like they're trying to figure like. I think the storyline last time was that their brother had just committed suicide, and they think that one of the people at the dinner is their brother, so they're trying to figure out who it is.
That sounds
And
awesome.
It's really fun, and like there was this one point in the dinner where the main woman who's like the matriarch is like giving this speech to all of the guests, and I had my back to the entryway, and I turned around and I looked in this room that was like through a couple of rooms, and there was just a guy standing there with like old timey clothes on and then a burlap sack over his head.
That's too scary.
Staring at
That's
me.
so cool.
And I was the only person who saw it.
Yeah.
And they break you up from the people you came with. And I like tapped the one. I was like, hey, the woman next to me. I was like, there's somebody there. And she, like, when she turned, he just like walked away. So she just saw the tail end of him leaving. And like that kind of thing.
I
is so
love
fun.
that so much.
The
Just that
attention.
attention to detail.
Yeah, it's so good. They do such a good job, and the actors
Okay.
are so good. And then for Halloween, they do Creep, which is like
Yes.
you go around and it's like an hour and and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
And we've gone the last 2 years, and it's
that
so
sounds so
fun.
fun.
It's
That's
really
awesome.
fun. I highly recommend.
Okay,
going.
I'm doing it.
Willows, I think, is sold out, but
Okay.
Creep will happen.
Okay,
Again,
get on
you
that
have to
mailing
go.
list.
Get on it.
I love. Oh my
yeah.
God,
Because I really loved Sleep No More when I went.
I really want to go. I haven't gone.
I haven't been.
My friend's been like, I think my friend Jacob has been like 9 or 11 times.
God, he must have a lot of money because it is not inexpensive.
Yeah, and he paid for a bunch of us. Like, he paid for like 4 of us to go.
need him to take
Whoa,
me.
shit. That's neat.
He really cares about one thing and nothing else.
That's fine.
Sleep no more.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But it was like really cool, and I don't know. I was like, this is like what a fun like 70s vibe to the theater. Like it feels like it's a happening theater.
That's so fun.
I really want to do Alone.
Yes.
So which one is that?
I think our friend Zach Woods is.
That was Blackout.
Or that's Blackout. Never mind.
Wait, what's Blackout? Is
Blackout.
Pitch Black?
I've had a few friends who have done it. It was Zach included. Like
you go alone.
You go
in the
alone.
Dark.
They like take your shoe.
One shoe?
They take one shoe and like I'm not gonna do it any justice because this is just from other people, but like you have to dig around and like vomit for a key. Like a woman
Pulls
will
a
like
tampon out of herself.
yeah,
or
like
weird.
kind of that more of
I
like
would not
isn't
want
this
that
fucked
job.
up?
So
Where
this
it's like
is
that's
different.
not scary. Like
So what is Alone then?
I don't know. I think it's a similar thing where you're going through all this stuff
all by yourself
and all by yourself, and then they try to like break you, basically.
Oh, I can't. I don't know if I can handle that.
It doesn't take a lot to break me.
Yeah, I break if they're just like the lights are
I stepped in
out.
dog poop the other day and sat in my car and cried for a bit.
yeah.
What's happening?
That's the ultimate haunted house. It's just like
Life.
life
The
stuff.
outside world, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like those kinds of challenges because you
Yes.
are safe. It's not real, but your body doesn't know that. So
Yeah.
you're still like having the physical responses that you would be having. And
That's
I
a
think it's
good
just
way
like
to
an
look at it.
interesting, you don't experience that.
Yeah.
I mean, we like living in like, you know.
Hopefully you
a
don't
great-
experience
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
ideally.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I hate when you go to a haunted house with someone and they're like, boo, like back at the people, and they like try to like
Oh yeah, that's not
they
fun.
like talk back at the people scaring them. I'm like, okay, look, maybe you're not scared or you want to pretend like you're not, but can we just get through this and not get into a fight with an actor?
Please.
Please.
I don't go like I never talk back to them or try to like be not scared, but I think I more like have go into like some weird like warrior mode where because my partner gets really scared. Or she's getting less and less scared because we just have done Halloween
just do
horror.
so many. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Because we go every year and it doesn't feel as scary because you're just so familiar. I want to do Knots where it does feel like there's a real serial killer there somewhere.
Yes. Ooh. Knots is wild.
Knots is really scary. I haven't been since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I've never been to any of these. I should be going.
It's so fun. I love it.
Pure fun.
I love it. I could do it like every
if
night
if
of
it was
October.
like if it was a year-round thing, I would go probably like twice a month.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's the most
But
fun.
you're crazy.
But I'm fucked up, man. I love it. There's this one in San Diego, which actually I think got shut down now because it was one of
someone got
those
killed.
where it's like for 4 hours,
No.
we are going to like fuck with you, and you
Why?
like send in a video saying your biggest fears and stuff, and so they just
My biggest
do
fears
it.
are little dogs.
yeah.
Yeah, being cuddled with puppies.
Someone giving me money with no strings attached.
Too much success.
yes,
Too much
please.
money.
A cheese pizza. Very scary. But it's one of those where it's just like, you'll probably vomit.
No.
Like all this stuff.
Who
Like,
wants
that's
to
not
do that?
fun.
Were they making money? That's why I got shut down.
There's a fun documentary called Haunters on Netflix where it talks about this house that I'm talking about and some other haunted
It
houses.
makes me think of those like
That's
old
fun.
It's
B
interesting.
horror films that would be like, there's a nurse at every theater because you're gonna pass out.
Oh, yeah.
Like checking for heart problems. Like it's like, no, that's just you're faking it so it sounds better than it is.
Yeah. I remember that with Blair Witch.
Oh, yeah.
You're
I
gonna
did
wanna
not
puke.
think that was. It did not scare me at all.
Oh, even
not
the end?
no,
Did you see
not
it in
at all.
theater?
Yeah.
Sometimes the tone of your theater can really change your
That's
experience.
very true.
When the first Scream movie came out, I saw it with like a bunch of college students.
Yeah.
I saw it in like near UCLA.
Oh, fun.
And it was so fun. It's the most fun I've ever had in a movie theater.
That's such a blast.
I went with
It
a
was
bunch of
so fun.
female comedians to see 50 Shades when it came out, and we had the biggest fun time ever. I mean, because you saw it at a smaller theater and it wasn't as fun.
No, but it was still like.
But because we were
wild.
all like laughing at the same parts, like it was like we're enjoying it, but also like it's a silly movie.
Yeah.
And so we were really going wild for it because we were like, come on. It was just like perfect.
I like having that kind of experience.
I do too.
Have you seen the trailer for that movie Hereditary?
Oh
my God. It looks so scary. It looks like Exorcist level scary, this movie.
Ooh,
Which
okay.
Exorcist is the only movie I'll never watch again.
Oh.
It was
That
too
it's
scary for
very.
me.
Were you raised religious?
Not that kind.
Okay. Yeah. Because Exorcist fucked me up for a long time.
It really is spooky.
Ooh, Hereditary. I also like not watching
The
trailers because I don't want any spoilers.
Yeah. Like
Ooh, but
some movies, it's really fun. Like I didn't know this is such a stupid movie to not know what it was about. I Am Legend, when I went to go see that Will Smith kind of, it's like basically a zombie movie. I'm ruining it.
Oh, wait, he's like in New York City alone.
Yes.
And like, yes, I did see that movie.
I had only seen the poster before I went. And the poster is Will Smith with a beautiful German Shepherd in a wheat field with New York in the background.
Sounds great.
And I was like, oh, it's like Homeward Bound. And then I went to the movie and I remember sitting in the seats and like
this is different.
5 minutes in, leaning over to my friend that I had gone with and I said, wait, why isn't there any music? Is this scary? And he just was like, uh-oh. And I like truly felt like I was about to have a panic attack because I didn't know what it was about. And I realized I'd gone so far without any music yet. There was no like sound design. And I was like, ugh, and I just like got so scared at that moment because I didn't know. I was like, something bad's about to happen.
I had that with Room. I had no idea what it was about. And I went with Lauren Lapkus, and I was watching, and like, oh.
Very poor.
I was like, oh, Lauren, I know what's going on. And she's like, okay, what? And I was like, they're hiding from aliens. And she was like, wait, you have no clue what this is? Like, And then, like, the shit started happening. I was like, oh, God.
This is not what I thought.
God.
That movie was so good,
It
though.
was
It
so
was
good.
devastating, but it was so good. That little Tremblay.
Oh,
I can't handle that kid.
My
I
God.
see him and I start crying.
Yeah.
Did you see that Wonder movie?
No, I didn't yet.
It's
Is it
delightful.
good?
It's delightful.
Okay.
And he is devastating. It's devastating.
Okay.
I love when
I gotta
kids
watch
are
it.
so.
It did look
so
like a movie where I was
good.
like, oh, fuck, I'll probably cry a bunch.
Oh, yeah. I cried so many times.
Okay.
Do you have time
yeah.
for us to listen
We could
to
just
it?
Oh, yeah,
chat
yeah, yeah.
all day.
I don't care what it
Yeah,
is.
let's listen.
I don't know how to start a voice memo, but my name is Jasmine, and I grew up on a really, really old farm in northern Maine, about 15 minutes from the Canadian border, potato country. I got time off in high school to pick potatoes 3 weeks in the fall. So like a very rural area. The thing about our farm that's pretty unique is that it's always been in my family. So the house that my parents live in now was my grandparents' house and was their parents' house and so forth and so forth. So the property has this really cool energy about it for me. And, you know, it's very loving and positive and it feels, you know, really, really good, even though it is haunted as fuck. I mean, every pet we've ever had is buried on that property. You know, almost everyone in the family, if they were lucky enough, they got to die at home in their bed. So there's a lot of really kooky activity, but all of it feels very positive because it's your family. And as my mother always said, anytime I felt scared or whatever, she would say, you know, these ghosts love you. So just always remember that, which is really nice and helpful. But when she would tell me that, especially when I was a mouthy teenager and I like wouldn't want to go into a certain room or something like that, because it bothered me, she would say that to me and I'd be like, what the actual fuck? a good parent would be like, there's no such thing as ghost, Jasmine, and you're totally fine, and here's a flashlight. But my mom instead took the other route. But anyway, I'm a lot like Betsy, where I super duper believe in ghosts, but I do not need to see them. You know, I'm fine with them. I'm busy, so I can't help you with your unfinished business. I can't do any of that. So I've never seen a ghost. However, my family has a protective spirit that watches over our house and our farm, which is pretty amazing. So the reason why we chose northern Maine to farm was pre-Mayflower shit. Like, our family were Quakers. They left England for religious freedom, came to Maine, just kept going north, and started our farm. And being Quakers, we weren't involved in war or anything like that. But a cool thing that my ancestors did was smuggle slaves across the Canadian border. We live very close to Canada, very close to, freedom. And we were Quakers. We were already smuggling various things across the border, from my understanding, some whiskey and whatnot. But the other thing is that the house has secret passageways in it. There's been add-ons, obviously. I mean, it's hundreds of years old at this point. So, there's like little kind of crawl spaces where you could totally like fit a family if you needed to, and stuff like that. And the other cool thing is that there's journals from relatives at that time, the little kids actually that were in the household, that remember hearing their father, coming home very late, and saying, they'll be safe here tonight. And it was all very hush-hush, obviously, and there's not a ton of records of it. There's some, but just because it was a really illegal and scary thing to do, and I've always felt very proud of that family heritage. So when my dad was a little boy, he slept in the room upstairs with his brother, Ray, and my dad's name is Romy. And when my dad was about 7, 8, and 9, he remembers clear as a bell a very tall, dark man wearing like a loincloth. As my father describes it very politely, he clearly looked like he wasn't from around here. Northern Maine's a very cold place. And this man stood there very stoically and guarded the staircase, which actually wasn't too far away from the attic where runaway slaves would be hiding. And so he was really scared of him when he was a little kid, like so scared of him that he didn't want to go to the bathroom, like get up and go to the bathroom when he was a kid. But he says, the way he tells the story is he went away to camp one summer, and when he came home, he never saw the guy again. But he's a few years older than his little brother. So he remembers being in bed, and at this point, he's probably 12 or 13, and he hadn't seen this man ghost thing for a while. But he hears his little brother talking to somebody, and he hollers at him. He goes, "Ray, who are you talking to? It's the middle of the night." And my Uncle Ray says, "The man who's guarding the stairs." And so he was still seeing him, which I think is really, really cool. So cut to my grandparents pass away, and my parents sell the house that they had lived in and move into my grandparents' house because that's where the farm is, and we wanted to, be close to the farm. And my mother is basically a witch. She's a French-Canadian woman. She has Native American in her. She has green eyes. And she's always and unlike me, she does not mind seeing ghosts, obviously. So when she moved into that house, she had never seen this protective spirit because it was something that only like little kids would see, is what we understood. And we understood it to be a protective spirit was the general family consensus. But when she moved in, she saw him twice because they never really used the upstairs anymore. It was mostly like a storage place and where like the barn cats would hang out. But she's seen him twice. And she thinks he's rather handsome is how she describes him. But he's very stoic. He doesn't look at you. He looks straight ahead. And he's kind of like in like a pose, like guarding. And that property's always felt really safe and magical. I don't like going upstairs either. I won't sleep in the guest room. When I come home for Christmas, I always sleep in the room I slept in when I was a little kid, which is the library. I don't know if it's because of that guy. I don't know if I want to see him. I'm very grateful that, in theory, some family that my family helped one time, blessed us with this. So anyway, that was really long and rambly. I might record this again. Feel free to do whatever you want with it. You guys are absolutely incredible, and I'm so glad that this is happening. And by this, I mean your podcast. All right. Don't shit your pants. Bye.
That's a hunky ghost.
Yeah. He's
loincloth.
Yeah. Just
Dark, brooding.
I had so many questions for her. Like,
shit.
Her mother's green eyes. Does that make her a witch?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, everybody knows that if you have green eyes,
If you have green eyes,
you're a witch.
You're a witch.
Or is it just like the Native Americans don't have green eyes, but she did have one? Green eyes?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Questions.
Jasmine, follow up.
Please.
Tell us about this.
Tell us all
also,
about
I have
it.
questions about potato picking and in
Oh.
Maine.
What an interesting life.
Also, like, that's so cool that they got to be a part of the Underground Railroad.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
I mean, it makes definitely like when people say that, like, if you are identifying as a white person in 2018, they're like, what do you do? You're like, well, in the past, at least my family has been a little helpful and not the worst. But God, what a crazy, like, also to find like little crawl spaces.
I don't care for that. I would not.
As a child, it would have been like all my dreams as a child was like little nooks and crannies in houses. Like little doors is my favorite thing. A little door?
A little door, but there's like something in that little door.
Yeah, there's something on the other side of that little door.
It freaks me out.
I think I was like a child of like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I was like, there's a magical world back there.
Oh, no.
No, it's just
or even Strawberry Shortcake.
A serial killer.
Oh, yeah. I did like Strawberry Shortcake.
That me and my best friend when I was like 5 would like always try to hug and go in through the mirror.
That's very cute.
And we're like, fuck.
God damn it. Okay, let's hug harder.
I guess we didn't love each other enough.
Was that as part of the show? Maybe I didn't watch the show.
I think that was part of the show. I could be insane and just loved
the
hugging my friend.
Yeah, I feel my sisters had all the little dolls and stuff.
Yeah.
I was really obsessed with like Bloody Mary, saying the Bloody Mary into the mirror.
Yes.
Like I couldn't.
Yes.
I never did it.
You
I
never
was
did
too
it?
Scared. No, I really
remember
believed
doing
that
it.
was
Did
real.
you ever have you ever done a Ouija board?
No.
No. Yeah.
In an escape room, there was a Ouija board.
Yeah, I feel that's
As
such a
part
big
of
thing
it.
of like using that
Little
thing.
planchette.
But no,
Planchette.
I don't want to. No.
I did it in
That's
high
scary.
school, and it was like, stop this. It like didn't like. It made it very clear it did not like me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I was like, okay, I won't do this then.
No, I don't want to do that.
No,
Uh-uh.
not for me. I'm not trying to antagonize ghosts.
No.
I would love to see where they live because I'm curious about homes.
Yeah.
And if they're around, I'm like curious to hear their history. But it's like, it's basically like your best friend from high school. I love hearing these stories. I don't want to meet your best friend from high school. Like,
But I'm telling you, like, he's pretty fun.
great.
Yeah.
I believe you. You guys hang out. Tell me about it. But I don't really need to hang out with your best friend from high school.
All right, he's fun.
I'm sure he's not for me.
I don't
Ghost
know
are
about
for me.
that.
My
Ghosts are
cat
for you.
and my ghost are for me.
Oh, your cat.
She really doesn't like my cat.
You don't like this
He's a
specific
jerk.
cat? Oh.
He's a kitten.
How old is he?
He's like a year and a half.
That's a cat.
He's like a teenager.
He's a teen.
Oh, even
He's a teen.
worse.
Yeah, he's always smoking cigarettes.
Looking at nudie magazines.
Our
like-
cat is our boy cat is very friendly.
Yeah.
There's no way that you could not like him. People who don't like
Okay.
cats love our cats.
Okay.
I think we just believe that And they're being
No,
polite.
it's true. I don't think so. I don't think people are being polite because it's unsolicited, and I love him so much that I don't care how anybody feels about him.
Yeah.
But he is. It is impossible to not like him because he is so
Okay.
charming.
My cat's pretty friendly though. He's like whenever
I
people
like when they talk.
He's like walks up to you when you walk in the house and flops right at your feet.
That's nice. Why don't you like the? Why do you think he's a jerk?
He does bite. Like he's a frisky boy.
Yeah.
Because
I
he
need that.
neutered?
Yes. But I swear, I don't know if they got it all.
Yeah,
get
there's
it
still
all.
a little bit in there. Oh, he's
cute.
fine. He's fine.
baby.
Cats are fine. Cats are fine.
Dogs are great.
I love dogs too.
Dogs are great.
Come
That's
on.
it.
What's
It's not a contest.
It's a contest. We've all heard dogs rule, cats rule, and that's it.
I count all animals better than most people, so.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for birds.
I can't do
Too
birds.
scary.
Birds are so weird.
They're so weird.
They're very
scary.
weird.
They're
And then when
gross.
they talk, like the birds that can talk and sound exactly like things, that is very spooky.
I had to, real quick, in high school, I lived by one of my really good friends, and they, in the summer, would go to, like, Hawaii for big chunks of time. And they're like, hey, we'll pay you if you come and just feed our parrot. And I was like, oh, okay, that's easy. They're like, you probably won't even see him. We let him wander around the house.
No, that's like.
And I was like, all right, yeah, I'll feed
scary.
him. That's easy. And I would go in and like the lights would be out,
No.
and you would just hear like,
No. That's,
and he would just wander around making that noise.
Oh, like, it's like basically
it
like
was horrifying.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
No,
it was
I don't like
disgusting.
You're like hiding in the kitchen, being like,
Or like The Grudge, that scary sound that girl makes in The Grudge. Yeah.
So gross.
Uh,
Ooh,
terrifying.
awful.
Clea, this has been so fun.
This is really fun.
I
guys.
could
Thank
talk
you
for 4 more
so
hours, but I
much.
feel like you probably have something to do with your day.
I do have
Yeah.
to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Guys, check out Clea and all the things she's ever been. Is there anything, anyway?
The Grudge. Just
Yeah.
watch The Grudge. It's so scary.
Yes.
Yeah, it's horrifying. It's a good one.
And all of the woman, she did all of that. It's not special effects. And I watched her. Like, I was on set when she was doing the like crawling down the stairs.
Oh
thing.
my God, she did that too?
Yeah,
What
that
a queen!
Yeah, she was amazing. I mean, she was the nicest lady.
I
but then
always
she
thought it
would
was
do-
like
No,
After Effects.
She was doing that. It was so.
Wait, she
scary.
deserves all the awards then.
Yeah.
Did she get any?
Horror doesn't get any.
Maybe this year. Maybe this year. she'll
This
get-
year.
Yeah.
That-
We're
Come
really
on.
holding on to
You know,
hope.
yes.
Yeah.
I think people do get awards for stuff they did 10 years ago a lot.
That's true.
I
I think
see.
there should be an awards show for things that should have gotten awards but didn't.
Like,
That
it's called
would
the
be
Test of
like
Time.
All
Yeah,
Stars
like
or
Amy
whatever.
Adams.
Yes, you get the Test
Yes.
of Time
Amy
award.
Adams in Arrival.
That
I'm never
would be
gonna let
so
it go.
Fun.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
There it
Let's
is.
start it. Copyright it. We'll do that
Done.
after we make the movie.
Yeah, with cocaine.
Yeah.
And our production company's called Drug Fueled.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Clea, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This was really fun.
Oh yeah! Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.